Stop guessing. Start growing. Get swole. You're entering the Get Swole foundation phase. When I was putting together phase 1 of Get Swole, I was just coming off a powerlifting phase, and so I was doing a lot of 1s, triples, and 5 reps. It just seemed like my body was starting to kind of lack form and conditioning. My muscle bellies weren't feeling as round. Now don't get me wrong, I was getting pretty strong and I did some pretty phenomenal lifts, but when I started putting together Get Swole phase 1, I needed to get back to the basics and really just to get the conditioning and the roundness back to my body and truly lay a foundation for what was next to come. Most people do not have as much lean mass as they think. I mean, I was the same way. I went and got a bod pod way back in the day and almost cried when I got out of there because I thought I had 200 pounds of lean mass and I had about 160 pounds of lean mass. So at the end of the day, I really wanted to put together something that added straight lean mass, that was a clean bulk, quality food, quality training, and that's what you're gonna expect to see, quality muscle to the physique. Your main goal for phase 1 is to get everything in line. I wanna get your nutrition, I wanna get your training, I wanna get your supplementation. This is a true lifestyle for clean bulk to add some lean mass. Get Swole phase 1 was made for all facets of life. If you're a newbie coming into phase 1, it's probably gonna be a little bit of a shock to your life. Eating meals on certain times, training 4 times a week at the gym, and also keeping a supplement schedule. It's guaranteed to change your body, change your life, and just really create some good habits for you in general. If you're more of an advanced guy coming into the Get Swole plan, you already have some pretty quality habits. But what I'm gonna do is tighten them down a little bit. You're not guessing anymore when you go to the gym. You're not guessing on your food, you're not guessing on your supplementation. I've laid it all out for you. Some of the obstacles and struggles you might encounter in this phase, realistically, if you're a new person to the gym, probably just the sheer volume of the workouts, the rest periods, the different movements that maybe you haven't done before. If you're an advanced person, one of the main obstacles you'll probably encounter is that it has 3 days rest. You might be used to training 6 days a week. So whether you're new or advanced, the foundation phase is really gonna kickstart your gains. Now I'm gonna be breaking down the training techniques and philosophies in phase 1, foundation phase. The philosophy truly is about supersetting and volume. I can't stress it enough. You're supersetting everything. You're never gonna do anything less than 5 sets in the 8 to 12 rep range, and then when you get down to the core work, you'll be up to 100 reps on whatever exercises I'm prescribing at that point in time. So in phase 1, you're gonna be training each body part only once a week. The splits are gonna consist of chest and back, legs and abs, arms, and then shoulders and abs again. After that is 3 days off to completely rest and recharge for the following week. I want you resting and worrying about nutrition and supplementation on your rest days. Remember, you grow outside of the gym. And so what I'm putting your body through these first 4 days a week is just totally beating it up. And so I want you to get sleep, take your supplements, and follow what I put together, which is a truly solid recovery schedule for food and supplementation so you can grow. One example of how to properly perform a superset we'll take from the chest and back workout. You would go from a wide grip chin up, all the way down to failure, as many as you can, drop right off of it, head right over to the flat bench, grab your dumbbells for 8 to 12 reps, getting your chest flying at a good angle so you can properly stretch the chest. As soon as you're done with those 12 reps, grab a drink, right back over to the chin-up bar again, and you just go back and forth like that for 5 sets. And that same philosophy is applied to all supersets in phase 1. People always ask me, so what is your exact rest period? And my answer is always get a drink of water. So is that 30 seconds, is it 60? It's really like 15. With supersets with minimal rest, I feel like build muscle because it tears down tissue at a high level. When you're going back to back, you're just putting an enormous amount of blood into the muscle. On top of building lean muscle mass, the other benefits of this training style are increased endurance, the muscle bellies will get a little bit rounder, you're gonna notice that your strength will increase overall, and probably one of the biggest things is that you're gonna accomplish way more in the gym because you're not messing around. So here's the thing, when you see supersets and you see 8 to 12 reps, you see low rest, you automatically think, oh, I'm gonna have to lift light. So I'm here to say is, who told you to lift light? I'm telling you to lift heavy. So I'm not saying go and grab 8-pound dumbbells and pump them 12 reps and take no rest. I'm saying go grab the 80-pound dumbbells if you're capable. A lot of people just go right to the fact to think that I'm gonna lose mass, I'm gonna have to train light. I'm here to tell you that I never lost mass doing this. I trained heavy the entire time. You just gotta push yourself. You're just not gonna get to sit around for 3 or 4 minutes in between sets. You just have to go heavy back to back. That's the way it was set up. Now we're gonna break down your nutrition for phase one, the foundation phase. When I set up the diet for phase one, I just wanna make sure that you had quality whole foods 5 to 6 times a day, and that it was just enough carbohydrates to fuel your muscle to gain lean mass, but not enough for you to spill over to gain body fat. This is a truly clean bulking program, just giving your body enough. And so a lot of people will say, well, this looks like a cutting diet. And it's not a cutting diet, it's to put on solid lean mass. And it always comes back to when people sometimes do the dirty bulk, they put on a lot more body fat than they truly realize. And I'm concerned with quality food to put on quality weight, brings this whole thing together between the training, nutrition, and the supplements, and has like a good synergy so you can put on real lean mass, not fake lean mass.
From the foundation phase, we have a ratio of approximately 50 to 40 to about 10% protein to fat to carbohydrate intake. We put together a list of foods that you can eat. People have great ideas what protein sources are pretty simple. They're red meats, pork or turkey, chicken, fish, any sort of white fish. But fat sources people have a little bit of a problem with because fat has gotten this stigma that it's just not good for you. Well, you need fats to survive. Your brain is made of fat. Your nervous system is made out of fat. Your skin, your cells, they're all made out of fat. So you need to find these good solid fat sources. Grapeseed oil, olive oil, coconut oil, avocado, cashews, almonds, just organic sources of fat that your body can utilize to its fullest capability. When it comes to carbohydrate intake, I like to stick with food sources that have extra benefit on top of the fact that it's a carb source. Blueberry, for example. Blueberries don't just have carbs, it tastes great, but it also has great antioxidant sources. When you eat a banana, for example, banana is also a great source of potassium. There's all these added nutritional benefits to the list of fruits or the list of carbohydrates that we've given you in the Get Swole program.
The diet for phase one is pretty simple. You have 3 whole food meals a day and 3 shakes a day. And so literally, you start out with a whole food meal for meal 1, meal 2 you got your shake, meal 3 whole food, meal 4 shake, meal 5 whole food, and meal 6 shake. It's truly simple and easy to prepare for too.
In your protein, you're gonna be getting the primary muscle building source, and also you're gonna get a lot of branching amino acids that are gonna be coming from that. When it comes to fats, fat is a great source in assisting protein with building muscle, as well as keeping your heart healthy, keeping your immunity up, allowing vitamins that are only fat-soluble vitamins, and your vitamins D, E, A, and K, to be absorbed with fat. You'll be adding whole whipping cream to your combat powder. And the reason why that we put that together was that it's a clean fat source that has no carbohydrates that are added to it. So the carbohydrate amount that we put in for the foundation phase was basically limited because we wanted to lay down a solid foundation for you in the terms of fats and proteins. As we go on to the next phases, we start adding on a little bit more carbohydrates, and that's gonna be your major increase in your caloric intake.
So the meal timing is extremely important. For example, if you get out of bed at 6 in the morning, your first meal will start by 7 o'clock, and then just go in 3-hour increments after that. Then you'll eat your second meal at 10, then you'll go at 1, 4, 7, and then a snack at night. And so truly you're getting about 6 meals a day, quality food, so your body has the necessary nutrients when it's there to grow and heal.
During the foundation phase, this is the part where we've given you a template to work off of, and it's a 2,500 calorie template. And the reason why we gave you this template was just based upon experience of multiple bodybuilders, fitness models, athletes that come by and just are looking to gain some size. This is where you get to figure out where you stand and how your body reacts to certain macronutrients. For most users, the way that I would go about getting the caloric intake is to look at how much they weigh, and they get a good solid basal metabolic rate as to what their caloric intake should be. From there, I would adjust it at around 500 to 600 calories, and the smart user needs to go out and actually take a look at what their basal metabolic rate is and adjust the diet accordingly.
One of my favorite meals that fits into phase one is when I'll actually substitute eggs instead of chicken or beef with the rice for a dinner. And so I'll make like a Chinese stir fry where it's brown rice and whole eggs. And that's actually probably my favorite meal in phase one, where I've just taken out one protein and putting in another. It's extremely important to get into good habits during this phase. If you leave the house in the morning and have no clue where you're getting your food sources the rest of the day, you already are messing up. So you have to prepare to be successful. Don't overthink it. Don't look at the diet, think it's not enough food. Don't look at the training, think it's not enough training. What I'm gonna ask you to do is just train, eat, take your supplements, and put on lean mass, and then we'll talk about it when you're done. Now we're gonna break down the supplementation plan for phase one, the foundation phase. Your supplementation is broken down on your training days and your non-training days. On your training days, When you're eating your breakfast, you're also gonna go ahead and take your recovery product, Recon, and your multivitamin Armor V. When you roll to your second meal, it's truly just a shake for that meal, which is our Combat, a blended protein. You'll go to your third meal, there's no supplements added with that. Your fourth meal, you're back to Combat again, which is your blended protein. When you roll to your fifth meal, it's your dinner. And then your sixth meal is your Combat again prior to bed, which is your blended protein. And then prior to going to bed, I like to make sure and go one added step extra for recovery, and we'll add our Z-Core PM, which is our nighttime recovery formula. Now, around your pre and post-workout, you have a pre-workout, which is our Salt. You have your post-workout, which is again, a recovery product, Recon. And a lot of people like to also add 5 grams of creatine post-workout. So then you're getting 5 grams pre and 5 grams post for muscle mass. And so that's really how your supplements are wrapped up on your training day. On your non-training days, the way I break it down is, once again, when you eat your breakfast, you're gonna go ahead and take your recovery product, which is our Recon, with your Armor V. Then the second meal is the same as before, you go to your Combat. Now when you go to your third meal, because we're not training, I'm gonna add another dose of Recon for recovery with your Armor V. So between the first 3 meals of the day on your off day, one, you've got the rest and you haven't trained, but you've taken in recovery products twice, you've taken in high doses of protein and quality food. Moving on from there, after lunch, your next meal you'll go into your Combat again, then into your dinner, which will be your whole food. And then prior to bed, I like to add some more branched chain amino acids with the Z-Core PM prior to going to sleep. I like to think that you're bathing in aminos all day long on this recovery day. For the 3 days you're recovering, I'm giving your body exactly what it needs to heal and to put on true lean mass. I can't stress enough the importance of supplementation and creating quality habits. I want to make sure that you are getting the results that you're after, and the recovery portion of the food and the supplements is the biggest key to this. What I put together supplementation-wise is nothing crazy. It's the basics, it's the timing, it's effective, and truly, I wouldn't try to take anything out or put anything in. I would just follow it as it's set, and at the end of the day, I've already proven that it's successful. Just follow my lead, train hard, take the supplements, be prepared, and let's make it happen. That's it for phase 1 on the 16-week Get Swole program. Before starting this phase, scroll down to the page below, and that's where you're gonna get your full daily breakdown for your training, supplements, and nutrition. Now it's time to transform, build muscle, add precise size, and get swole.